The death of George Floyd at the hands of police in late May sparked immediate outrage and protests across the country once the video of his killing was posted online and the officers were not immediately held accountable. Since then, racial tensions have been high and the country seems to be more divided now than ever, especially with the ongoing political divide and an upcoming election this November. Many are fed up and calling for change as they fight for racial justice throughout the country.
The pain is raw across the U.S.
The death of Breonna Taylor also gained a lot of media attention after she was wrongfully killed by Louisville police in her home back in March. Louisville police had an arrest warrant out for someone else who was not Taylor, who was connected to a drug-related crime. Taylor's boyfriend shot back at police in self-defense and was charged. Months went by without officers involved being held accountable, and many demanded for justice to be served, including countless celebrities who advocated on social media. The protests quickly spread worldwide as word traveled throughout social media, and many across the world were seen protesting and supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. Just last month, it was announced that ex-officer Brett Hankinson was charged with wanton endangerment in the case for the bullets that struck a neighboring apartment building. No charges were filed for the actual killing of Taylor herself, causing an uproar throughout Louisville and the rest of the country. Protests continued, and many expressed their anger toward Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron for refusing to charge the officers in her death. The other two officers involved faced no charges at all, which was a slap in the face to many who have been protesting for months. Protests continued into August when Jacob Blake, an unarmed black man, was shot in the back by police in Kenosha, Wisconsin, paralyzing him from the waist down. Blake was shot 7 times as his children watched from the back seat. 2 days after the shooting, 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse opened fire at a Kenosha protest, leaving 2 people dead. Rittenhouse had been seen carrying an assault rifle with permission from police. Police were even seen thanking the armed men and passing out water to them. After the shooting, Rittenhouse was even able to leave without any charges being filed or arrests being made.
A man who police identified as Rittenhouse runs across the parking lot of an auto service shop.
Earlier this month, Blake gave an update on his condition. After 6 weeks in the hospital, he has now been transported to a spinal injury rehab in Chicago. Blake was seen giving advice to all young black men out there, telling them it's not worth it to eventually lose their life or lose their ability to walk like he did after being shot.
Staples, I got staples in my back, staples in my damn stomach. You do not want to have to deal with it.
Many were heard chanting, "Just stop killing us," during this year's March on Washington, where Dr. Martin Luther King gave his famous I Have a Dream speech back in 1963. Today, we're still hoping for that same equality King spoke about nearly 6 decades ago, and many are wondering if we made any progress at all. Jada Kinsey, GSU TV.